Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to do another update. I know I haven't done an update for like 3 or 4 days now, so I apologize for that. It's just, this whole process here at St. Jude's, as awesome as it is, it's kind of a whirlwind, and a lot of the things that we've done over the last 4 days are just kind of confirming what we already thought we knew about, certain things. So we haven't had that much new news to bring to you guys, so that's why we haven't done the updates. And not only that, but it's been pretty exhausting. We haven't really had that much time at home, the Tri-Delta place that we're at, the housing here at St. Jude. We've been spending pretty long days at the hospital, and then the nights have kind of been a little bit rough. Riley's had a pretty severe cold, so she's been like super congested, and in fact that's been kind of a worry over the last few days, because they've put her under anesthesia for 2 times now, and obviously having a bunch of crud in her lungs isn't a good thing, but she did just fine on those 2 occasions. We've got another appointment on Monday to go under anesthesia, but before I just ramble on about all that, let's catch up on what's going on with her. So essentially what we've found out, the major tests that we've had done on, what was it, Thursday, we had an MIBG scan. I think it was Thursday, it might have been Wednesday, but we had an MIBG, and that essentially, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's some kind of imaging, deal where they I think they inject some type of dye or something that will show up. It actually gets absorbed by the tumor in different parts of the body, and then it shows up on the scan, and you can see, where it has spread, if it has spread. And so we did the MIBG and a what was the other one? Oh, the bone marrow biopsy on the same day, while she was under. And so she did just fine with that. She wasn't in a lot of pain. She was pretty loopy after that process, which was kind of funny. And again, she wasn't in a lot of pain, which is great. And we ended up finding the results out of the MIBG at the end of the day. Haven't heard back from the bone marrow scan or bone marrow biopsy yet. But essentially, it kind of confirmed some things that we already kind of suspected or were prepared for, and that is that the tumor has spread, it has metastasized, and so even though it didn't show up really well on the MIBG scan, you definitely saw the tumor where that dye had absorbed on the main tumor on her adrenal gland, that baseball-sized tumor. And then they saw some, return around the orbitals of her eyes. So it's more than likely that the bone marrow scan or biopsy is going to come back showing, some cancer cells, whatever it is, in her bone marrow, because it's already around the orbitals of her eyes. So that was something we kind of already expected, because the MRI and the CAT scan that we had last week had already shown some thickness, some abnormal thickness around her eyes and cheekbones. So we already kind of expected that, but we didn't see any other tumors or growths anywhere else. So the cancer wasn't anywhere else, but it was also very light where it was. Even the main baseball-sized cancer wasn't showing up on the MIBG very well. So there's and the doctor told us before the MIBG that there's like 10% of patients that whatever dye they use or whatever, it doesn't absorb and show up very well. And so we're going to be doing a PET scan, I guess, to just kind of double check to make sure it's not anywhere else. But we're at the point now from that MIBG scan that it's definitely not benign. That was like something I was like hoping it could possibly be, obviously, best case scenario, but we've officially, we're in kind of that intermediate risk range for this cancer, and they still think they're still pretty sure it's the neuroblastoma, but it may be something else. So that's what the biopsy yesterday, the actual tumor biopsy that they did yesterday, is going to tell us. So from the MIBG scan, we've confirmed that we're in that intermediate risk zone, possibly high risk. I'm hoping, Katie and I are praying that it's not the high risk level, because then your survival rate goes down considerably, and we can't even fathom that. But the intermediate risk range still has some pretty good prognosis, for survival. It's like in the 70s or 80s, I think I'll have to check with the doctor. So anyways, that was kind of a bummer to confirm that. It just kind of made it real, but again, we kind of expected it just from what we had been told before. So all right, so the next thing that we did, like I said, we had the actual tissue biopsy of the tumor done. So that's going to be very important, because there's a certain genetic marker, certain gene that they look for, and if she has that gene, then it automatically puts you into high risk. And you have to not only do chemo, but you also have to do radiation, and much more of both than you would in the intermediate. So it just automatically kicks you into that. So we're just hoping that that's not the case. The other thing that they did yesterday, which is going to be, which was a big deal, it makes it just feel more real, and but it is also a blessing. Is that they put in her port. So it's going to be her chemo port, which is essentially, it goes in through the jugular and down through some artery, and essentially has 2 leads that come off of her chest, and those are 2 ports that they use to inject her with whatever medicines. But also it means that she's not going to get any more pokes, which is awesome for us. It's a big relief for us, and sure for RYLEE. So no more pokes. They can take the blood out of there. There's like a couple different things that they can do that they need to still take it out of her arm, like coagulation tests or something like that. But for the most part, she doesn't have to get any more IVs or pokes. So we're really thankful about that. But it is also, just kind of a bummer, because you're just looking at your little baby, and she's got this thing coming out of her chest. And so she just feels like a cancer patient at this point. But it sounds like we are 100% going to be doing chemo for sure at this point. The doctors, have stressed that, chemo is definitely in her future. But I don't think we start until next Thursday or Friday, depending on when we get the results back from these biopsies that they did. But that all being said, it sounds really heavy, and it is, but at the same time, she's also getting a lot better from her cold. So she's a really happy baby right now. Her eye gunk is gone and all that stuff. So it's like, our jobs, Katie and I, are just to keep her happy and comfortable. And now we feel like we're actually doing a good job, because she's happy and she seems pretty comfortable. So that's been a really, really good deal. And we also, today, it's been a crazy week with all kinds of appointments. Today we only had 1 appointment to clear out her port. And then we went to the Bass Pro Pyramid over here, which was great. She got to, see all the aquariums and everything, and see all the animals. So that was a lot of fun. She had a blast there. I'll try to put a clip of that at the end of the video here. Yeah, so it was like a kind of a normal day. We got to go have lunch outside. We actually got to go to Walmart and go shopping, which is great, because we haven't been off of the campus since we've been here. So anyways, guys, that's the report. It's nothing, really good, but, we're taking all the little wins. Her getting better is definitely a big deal. So anyways, guys, that is Rylee's report. I wish I could show you Rylee. I'll try on the next update to make sure I do it when she's awake so she could be here with me. But she's asleep right now. Mom's asleep too. And I'm about to go take a nap as well. All right, well, just want to say thank you to everybody once more for all the support, whether it's moral support or the donations that you've sent in. It's been incredible, and we couldn't be more thankful to have such a great support group and have such a network of people that care about our daughter and care about us, and so just want to say thank you to everybody. That has really taken such a huge weight off of our shoulders. Katie not being able to work for probably multiple years now, and who knows what my tournament, my professional fishing future exactly looks like. I'm definitely not planning on stopping it anytime soon, but it's obviously going to be held off for a little bit. So who knows what the future brings, but everybody's donations have been extremely helpful in easing that load almost pretty much completely. So thank you guys so much. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna see you guys on the next update that I do, hopefully tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. We'll watch the Super Bowl tomorrow. That's the update. But thank you guys for all the support, and make sure that you trust the process, whether that's in fishing or anything you're going through.
Look at those bluegills. She's
so excited.
Her chest is beating so hard right now.
Wow.
I think that's the hiccups. Daddy's been on top of the aquarium before. Not this one. Other things. Yeah. Want to sit down?
Look at all of them, honey. Look at them. That's so cool, huh?